This is the painting we're going to do today, and today we're going to have a background with magic black. A magic black will keep your paint wet for up to an hour, and I'm going to show you how to paint with the magic background. And this is going to be an idea that I got from Bob Ross' video called Evening at Sunset. So I'll leave a link to his video in the description. So let's get started on this one. Some of your favorite brushes. A fan brush is great for doing waterfalls. You can use a flat brush too if you like. I got bristle and synthetic brushes, some different sizes, and a liner brush. So make sure you got some nice brushes handy. So get your paints ready, get organized, and just put your primary colors on: red, yellow, and blue. And if you got any burnt umber or black or brown, a green if you want to make your own, sap green, white. And that's, keep your palette limited so you don't have to get confused with all the colors. You can make your own colors. But if you have certain colors that you love, go ahead and use them. So I'm just going to put my magic black on my 11 by 14 canvas. And like I said, I got a lot here. I don't really need all this, I don't say. Alright, so we'll put that on our canvas. And that will stay wet for a long period of time. It'll give you lots of time to work with your paints so that they blend. That's what you want to do. You want it to blend. Alright? It's beautiful black backgrounds. They're so nice to work with because it makes all your light colors stand out. There we go. So there we go, and I still have lots left over. See? Enough for another one, another smaller canvas. All right. I'm just going to keep it wet. I'll probably use it within the next few days anyway. I'm just going to put some plastic over it, that's all. Just some saran wrap or any kind of cling wrap. Okay, it's just cling wrap over the top of that, and that will make it a bit secure and tight if you can, right? Even if you have to tape it on. So that'll stay wet for days, maybe even a week, maybe longer. Alright, so this is going to be wet. So up in this corner, I got my red, yellow, and blue, my primary colors, and my white. I already have black here, so I'm going to put some blue up here. Some blue color wet because the magic black is still wet. This is going to look really pretty when we start putting on the colors. So we are going to put some blue up in the corner, down around here. And we're going to put some red. I'm not even cleaning my brush. Alright, I'm going to put some red here. And because it's still wet, it'll blend nicely. Alright, and then some up here. So while it's wet, just put on your colors, okay? And then you're going to take your brush and you're going to add white. You're going to add white. And then you're going to mix all this together really nice, okay? Look how pretty that is. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? See, so you blend it all together, the white. Make sure that your magic black is still wet, okay? If for some reason it gets dry, just use your magic mist, which I put my magic mist in here, and you can mist your actually you can mist your palette, and that will keep those paints wet longer, and you can mist your canvas. So sometimes you might get distracted and you might end up leaving your canvas behind, and it gets dries on you, because it'll stay wet for about an hour, but sometimes you have to mist it. And the Magic Mist will also has the slow dry blending gels, and so the Magic Mist will keep your paint wet longer also. Magic Mist won't keep it wet as long as Magic White does, or Magic Black, but it's great for in between what you're doing. Okay, so now we got some color on there now. I like that red. You want more red? Just put more red on. Like, isn't that pretty? Love the red. And that's really nice, isn't it? I don't know, I should leave it like that or blend it in. So you can leave it like that, or you can blend it in with your white. I'm gonna add a bit of white to my brush and see if I can. I like to experiment. Oh, I like the pink too coming through. That's nice. I know, it's all so pretty, isn't it? But you can, the beauty about this, where your paint is going to stay wet, is that you can go over this. Look, it all blends beautifully. It'll stay blending, and you can play around with that sky for as long as you want, till you get what you're looking for. And if you say, you know, I kind of liked it when it was red, I like to have more red in there. So you can put some red back. But look how it's blending. It's not, you know, you can put more blue back in there. See that? Put more blue. You can put more red. You can put more white. Get some white going on up in that blue, so that you can get kind of a cloudy feel to it. See? Isn't that pretty? And now we're going to add the red. I think we like the red. I like that already. I like it. So I got some red. Lots of it. Ooh, look at that. Look how bright that is. I think I'm going to leave that. I was going to go with the pink, but I love that red coming through there. Do you? Wow. Yeah, I love that. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get some yellow. Make sure your brush is really clean this time. Either switch brushes, or make sure your brush is really, really clean. Because we want to get that yellow on there without destroying the yellow. This might be still wet. Let's see what happens. Oh, yeah. It's going to turn a little bit green. So maybe we can wait for that to dry. Let's go back in with some white. Brighten it up. Look at that. That's nice. When that dries, I might put another layer. Because now it's got Magic Mist and Magic Black on there, it's going to take a while to dry. Unless you use a hairdryer, but we don't want it to dry yet. That's okay. Leave it alone. And then we'll come back and brighten it up even more, right? When we get it dried a bit. But look, it's doing pretty good though. Look, nice. Pretty. Nice. So now we want to create some trees, even though it's all black down here. So we're going to get some black paint. And I usually put black on last if I think I don't need it. We don't need to use the Magic Black. We'll just use regular black paint. And we'll just go through our paint with our fan brush, okay? Fan brush. And then we're going to make some tops of the trees here, okay? So just tap, tap, tap the top of your brush so you can create the illusion of trees in the background here, see? All right. Good. So keep pushing the trees right on the very tip of your fan brush, okay? That way you'll get some nice trees. So you can make some tall ones, different sizes. Just tap, tap, tap. See? Little ones and big tall ones. Just tap, tap, tap. Reload your brush every time you need it. Right, so I got lots of paint on my brush, look. So, like I said, this was I guess you'd call it a Bob Ross inspired painting, but I looked at his video and I decided, you know, I'm just going to look at the video. I'm just going to use his guidance to paint my own painting, my own version, so that you're not, you know, having to do exactly, because every artist paints differently. Good. See, that looks like little trees in the background. That nice? All right. So I'm going to take some white and some blue, make it nice light bluish grayish color. Don't want it too bright. And there's how much paint is on there. And we're going to tap, tap, tap under those trees, right? And I'll clean off my brush. I think I got too much paint on there. You don't need a lot of paint because we're just trying to make an illusion that these are the bottoms of the trees, okay? So we'll go across there. You just tap, 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 and pull up. So it gives it kind of like a misty look too, doesn't it? Isn't that nice? Just tap and pull up. Tap and pull up. There we go. Gives it the illusion of mist. So you just want to mist it up, but just make sure if you get too much there, just tap at it so that it kind of blends in. And your magic black should still be wet by this time. For this part, you can use a fan brush or you can use a flat brush, flat bristle brush. It got to be bristle, okay, so you can get that grassy look. I'm going to add some grass, okay? And the grass can have greens and browns and all kinds of good stuff. So first of all, I'm going to start with green. So get your sap green if you have it, or make your own green. All right, there's a nice green there. A little more blue. A nice dark green. And you're going to tap into starting up here under the trees, come across, all right, come across over to about here. We'll add more. All right, just mix your green, nice green. It can be a bit dark, and we'll start adding a bit more yellow to it to brighten it up. Okay, just want to get this started first. Now I'm going to add a little bit of yellow to it to brighten it up more. Okay, add a bit of yellow. I didn't mix it. I'm just tapping it on top of what I just did. Look at that. All right, so I'm just picking up my yellow, and I'm just tapping on top of what I just did. Tap, tap, tap on the very tip of your fan brush. All right. Good, that's nice. And then you're going to sort of skip over a little bit so you can leave some shadow in between so it looks like they're separated. And we're going to tap on some more green here, but then we're going to add some colors to it. Let's add a little bit of red. A little bit of red. Mix it in with your colors. Add a little bit of yellow. And that changes the colors. Alright, so red, some yellow, green. And then we're going to change the color up a bit. I'm going to come down here. We don't want it to be all one color. We want to sort of mix different colors, but not mix it into one color, you know. So add a bit of red to your green color. You can come in between a little bit and just try to keep some of those shadows there. Just coming down, skipping over a little bit. Adding a bit more red, yellow, red and yellow, so you get kind of a orangey color. Look it up. I'm mixing it with my greens and everything, but see how I'm separating? And I'm not totally mixing the one color. That way I can get lots of nice colors. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? So try not to tap over what you just did, because then you lose it. So if you get that really nice color, and if you don't have enough brightness up here, add more yellow on top, okay? Maybe even a bit of white to brighten it up. Watch, I add a bit of white to my yellows, just to get that a little bit over here. There we go. Now I'm going to go back into my green again. A little bit of red. Just match all those colors. You won't get mud because all those colors are working to get together really nicely. Alright, so I'm going to go in between, even though I separate them, but that gives me the option of leaving more space there or just going in between, okay? Alright, so now we're going to come down here. Just get this much done first. We will have to, you know, clean it up and fix it up. But right now you just want to get this, the shape that we're looking for. It's like we're coming down over the hill here. Good. Now that's too bright up there, isn't it? I'll just tap over that with a bit of green. So you can make changes. Add some yellows to my green, my messy greens, and my more yellow, right, like that. See, nice colors is changing too. But nice colors, aren't they? Use the top of your brush. You can go over what you did there, because there's no highlights that you want to lose. You don't have enough there yet. Only if you got something you don't want to lose, don't tap over it, okay? But if you want to add extra highlights, you can tap over it. Good. Brighten that up here a little bit. So once you get that established, what you want there, then you can start tapping in the places that you want to lighten up, that you want to straighten out, that you want to fix up, that you want to look better. There we go. Good. That looks pretty nice. You have to reload a lot, okay? Every time you make a few taps, you end up going back and getting more paint. Tip of your brush. Nice. Okay, so I'm going to extend this a little further over. I'm going to leave the link to the video, the Bob Ross painting. And you'll see the big difference between mine and what I'm doing. Because I'm just kind of doing my own thing. But with some guidance from the video that I watched earlier. That's nice. I like that. Now you can bring down some reflections from the sky, and you can get a flat brush. And the flat, I would say synthetic brush should do it. Flat synthetic brush. Like this one. And I think this might work out. Like I said, this is my first time trying this. So I'm going to pick up some red because there's red in the sky and there's blues, but we're going to go with the brighter colors. So just take that and pull down from the edge of the grassy area. Just go straight down. Straight down. It's okay for it to fade out, but the magic black is still wet, so it should all blend nicely. Just straight down, pick up your colors. Just go to the edge of that grassy area. Okay, bit of red. Pick up some red because there's red in the sky. Nice. Clean off your brush. And just kind of drag that over there a little bit so you can blend some of that at the bottom there. There we go. It makes it look like it's underwater when you do that. Good. Nice. There we go. So as you can see, I went up higher on the horizontal line. The horizon line. Okay, try it again. So as you can see, I went up higher on the horizon line because I want more ground, more foreground, and I just want to play with it. Just want to play around with it, and I'm going to take some black, make a few little rocks. So I'm just going to make a few little rocks here, pebbles and things, just the rocks. And just taking the top of my palette knife and putting in some rocks. A couple little ones down here. Now while I'm waiting for that to leave that alone for now, and what I want to do is I want to put a tree there. Put a tree somewhere. I'll take some black and I'm going to make a little tree, just something here. Alright, so let's just put a little tree there. Isn't that cool? The white came off. I didn't even put white on. I don't know where it came from. I must have picked it up from the down here. But that's good because I want to have my tree trunk. A tree trunk or two. And I just want to bring it down a little ways. And then I'm going to add a bit of white on the edge there. I like white and blue. I think that'd be nice for a change. So blue and some white. I'm just going to lay that on the edge. Now, where do we want to say the sun is coming in, I wonder? This is kind of a sunset, so it's here in the middle, so it's going to hit off the edge of this here. There we go. Maybe some white on the edge too. That'll really brighten it up. Alright, so that's just a little tree there. Maybe one in the back. Maybe a little one back here. Put in your trunk. Some of your white and blue on the edge just so you can see that little trunk there. Okay. And then I'm going to add a smaller brush so I can make the top of it a bit thinner. And I'm going to get that up here a little bit more so I can, and this one, so I can make the top of it a bit thinner. And I'm going to get that up here a little bit more so I can, and this one here. And then I'm going to add a few branches just on the chisel edge of my brush, okay? Just a few branches going over here. Right? right? So I just want some place to drop my leaves. Just some place to drop some leaves. So what we'll do is, I know that looks funny now, but I'm just laying it out so that I know where I want to put my leaves, that's all. So I'm just going to go with some dark green, some green. So I'm just mixing some of my yellow, red, and blue. And I'm just going to tap on some on top of those leaves. So use those leaves for a guide. And that's it. You just need to throw in any kind of tree you want. And so all I'm going to do here is take my black, with a little bit of white on it so I won't get lost. It's kind of a dark painting. I'm going to come up with some thinner leaves, thinner branches here. Okay, so black and white with a liner brush. Just put some little thin wiggle wiggle. That's all. You just need to put that there, and you can use that for a guide for some trees, leaves. I'm going to add some color to that tree. I think I'm going to go with some pinkish color. Use my bristle brush. I'm going to use a bristle, just a bristle. It's about a size 12, I would say. I'm going to push it into my hand, and I'm going to add some red and white. Get a little bit of pink going on here just to give it some color. I know it's a dark painting, but I'm going to be adding some highlights to that in a little while. Just tap, tap, tap. Let the paint fall off your brush, that's all. Okay? You don't need much more. You just want a simple little tree. Alright, so just a simple little something going on up there. You can have whatever color you want. I just wanted to add a bit of color to it because it seems to be kind of all greens and stuff, right? So might even add a few little pinks down here. Maybe the leaves fell off or something. So, and then I'm going to take a small palette knife, put some red, yellow, and blue on my palette knife, and put a little bit of a highlight on those rocks there. Just throw it in on top of that. You can do whatever you want. I'm just like adding little bits, pieces of things here and there. Just adding a few little rocks down here. You can have flowers there and all kinds of stuff. Just kind of dabbing in some color. And what I'm going to do now is finish off. I'm going to add to my palette knife some white on the edge, okay? And I'm just going to add a water line right here. Okay, so water line right here on the edge of that. There we go. Good, and then you'll take a clean brush and you will go over that a little bit so you can pull it back into the grassy area there so it looks like the edge of the water there. Good. Adds a little bit of brightness to it, and I'm going to highlight some of the grass here. A little bit of highlight up here, and I'm just going to leave it at that for now, but I'm going to highlight some of the grass here to brighten it up a bit. So I'm just going to take some yellows and white. Alright, my brush is a little bit dirty, but that's okay. And I'm going to add a little bit of red to that. Okay, so kind of an orangey color. And I want to make it a bit green, so I'm going to add a bit of blue. Didn't mean to make it that green though. See how you can play with your colors though? Isn't that nice? So I'm going to add some of these colors just to brighten it up a bit. Just to give it some color. Just at the edge of my brush. A little more red. Get the edge here. Nice. So you can start at the edge here and move back if you like. Makes it easier for you. Add a bit of white to that. Just brightening up those colors I just did. Add a little bit here. See how these little highlights, you know, brighten it up more. I'm going to give it more yellow to my dirty brush. A little bit of yellows here. I don't want to lose everything that I did already, so just kind of dabbing it where I can without destroying it. This is the fun part, adding all your highlights at the end and your shadows and whatever you think it needs extra. That really brightens stuff, doesn't it? Let's get some brightness down here too. But not too much because there might be some shadow down there. But I like to get some more highlight there. That brightens up much better. And then we're going to, some more red in the sky, just pure red on your flat brush. And just add some extra red to it to brighten it up. See how nice it is when you add all these highlights? Red is really nice in paintings. Red is what makes your paintings sell, or helps make your paintings sell. You You know, people love red. Reds and yellows. Anything bright. Now, I'm not going to add white to that because it'll turn it pink and I want to keep it red. See? Just going over what I already did. Just giving this sort of a second coat. And I'm just going to brighten up that bottom part there, that yellowish color. Clean off your brush and get yellow and white. And clean, get it nice and bright in here. Look how bright. Look. I'm going to go more white. Make that yellow really stand out. Get in between those trees a little bit. If you lose some of your trees, just put them back. Just tap, tap, tap on some more trees. That's nice and bright there now, isn't it? Good. You can sort of blend that in with the other up here. Nice. Just kind of spread it out a little bit. Alright. And clean off your brush really good so that you don't have too much paint on there. Just kind of blend it in a little bit on the edges. See that? See that? I just wanted to show you how you can brighten up your areas that were really dark, right? A little bit of white and yellow, what you put on it before. Red. A bit of red too. Don't forget your red. Now if you're happy with yours, you don't have to put these highlights on if you already have them done and they came out good. Alright, so you don't have to do that. So I'm just going to wipe off my brush and then go back over them again so they won't look so messy. It's better. Now it looks like it's underwater. Cute. Maybe add a few little red flowers or something going on down here, just to add a few extra reds. That will balance it out a bit, see? Give it some color harmony. What else can we do? I know there's a little cabin there, but if that's still wet, it's hard to draw over it. So the last thing you can do is check for highlights. Make sure all your highlights are good, they're happy with them. And add a little bit of white to these little trees here. Just on the very edges there. Just give them a little bit of life. Right? Where the sun is coming in. The very tip, use those little bristles to spread out those whites for you. That's it. Well, thank you for watching my video today. I just want to say thank you all for all your support through my Patreon page, and just for watching my videos. I'm really happy that I could do this for you, and I get a lot of nice compliments. So I am so happy that you watched that video, and if you have any questions about what you saw in the video, just leave your comments below and I'll answer them as soon as I can for you. And we will do some more videos coming up.